Amigas, cheetahs, friends for life. Hey, the rhythm in each other, that's what keeps us tight. Amigas, cheetahs, living the dream. Nothing's ever gonna come between amigas. Yes. Hello everyone, welcome to Sade's Tarot Tea. Guys, I'm so fucking excited to do this fucking reading on the Cheetah Girls, baby, with Adrienne, Kiely Williams, Raven-Symoné, no I'm just kidding, Raven-Symoné, and Sabrina Bryant. Is it Sabrina Bryant? Is that her last name? Bryant? Well, her name's Sabrina. That's what I do know. So, oh my god, guys, I am so excited. I've been wanting to record this video of the Cheetah Girls and them individually for like the longest time. This is going to be a very in-depth reading because we have 4 girls to pull on: Raven, Adrienne, Kiely, and Sabrina. So I am so excited to do this reading. I have been wanting to do this reading for a very long time. I grew up watching the Cheetah Girls, and I have been, the reason I wanted to do this reading, guys, is because I've been so obsessed with Raven-Symoné. I don't know what happened, but I get into these fits, guys. I swear to you, I've been obsessed with Raven-Symoné. And if you guys have not checked out her fucking song, I'm gonna just play a little bit for you because this bitch.
I was in the trenches since the days of Ponce Leon. I was sitting on the stoop, pontified with the heat on, with the heat on, with the heat on. No, you gotta go. I was in the trenches since the days of La Cienega. Was listening to Jigga when he rose the diamond fingers. I was on the Forbes list. Hey! I was playing with your sister. Little did you know that now I'm playing with your sister.
Raven!
I was getting it. When you were on the playground, I was getting it. I was getting it. When I was on the playground, I was getting it.
Yes, Raven. That was Boo by Raven. If you guys didn't know, now you know. I've been obsessed with Raven's energy. I watch her lives. Yes, guys, I watch Raven's fucking lives. I fucking was living for that laugh she did when her and Kiely were on the live together. I was living for that. I was living for her laugh. Like, her laugh said it all. So we're gonna go ahead and get into these girls' energy. I'm also gonna touch on the live, what Raven is feeling towards Kiely. We're gonna go ahead and get into that first because I know that's what you all want to know. But I also want to, you guys know that I want to be positive on my channel and, take away something that we can learn from, kind of like Shallon does, and I know she's been getting a lot of heat lately. Some people have been wanting me to make, real quick side note, I know, people have been wanting me to make a video on her, but listen, y'all, Shallon be spying on people, and people always tag her in the videos. And let me tell y'all, if I do a reading on Shallon, I ain't trying to get the heat that D'Angelo is getting. Oh hell no. So I'm like, I don't know if I want to do a reading on Shallon yet. We'll see. Once the heat calms down with her, I might. But Shallon is like Jeffree Star of the internet as well. Like, she gets tagged in everything, y'all. So anyway, that was a side note, but I just want to let y'all know that I'm available for personal readings. So get your personal reading from me at SadesTarotTea@yahoo.com. And also, yeah, subscribe to you, bitch. Guys, I hook it up with the advice and everything. And, hit that notification bell, ding, ding, bitch, for when your bitch pull up, okay? So let's go ahead and get started with the Cheetah Girls reading. We're going to go ahead and start on Raven and Kiely because I know a lot of you guys want to know about what Raven was feeling towards Kiely in the live, and you guys know I'm going to be honest, obviously. So the first thing I'm feeling already from Raven is, first of all, Spirit wants to commend Raven for being the bigger person, for standing up in her way to Kiely, and saying, hey, like, this is what it looks like, Kiely, to be the bigger person. Unfortunately, Kiely, she's a Cancer. Raven is a Sagittarius. Y'all know I talk about I talk about signs on my channel, so I'm always gonna go back to the signs, as well as them as a person, because we're more, of course, than our sun sign. So I'm gonna refer to their charts as well when I pull on these two. So we're gonna spend a little bit of time during this reading. Like I told you guys, it's gonna be a lot. So make sure y'all get your snacks and your tea and whatever you sip on, whatever you smoke. Hopefully it's just weed. I don't know why, but I'm picking up, I don't know if, ooh, I'm not trying to air Raven out. I don't know why I said weed, guys, but does Raven smoke weed? Because, or it, like, I know she drinks, but does she smoke? Does she smoke weed here and there? I mean, if she does, I ain't judging her. I pick up that Raven has a lot of anxiety. So doing this live for her made her very anxious. She was like, I did see the live, guys, when she went live. I wasn't there when she went live, but I did see the live. But I just keep seeing Raven, I just keep seeing her pacing around her kitchen. And I did, like I said, I did see the live. So she did mention that she was very nervous, but I'm even picking up before she went on camera, guys, she was very nervous. Like, she didn't want to deal with Kiely, to be honest with you guys, because Kiely is a Cancer, and I love Cancers, but Cancers, when they're Cancers can hold a motherfucking grudge. You know what I mean? Like, they will hold a fucking grudge. And I believe Kiely has Leo in her chart, but we'll go ahead and look at Kiely's chart as well. Like I said, it's going to be a long video, guys, but we're going to go ahead and break down first what was the energy spirit between Raven and Kiely. The first thing I want to say, the Tower came out, so that was a big moment. That was a big moment for Raven. That's what I'm picking up on, and for Kiely too, because, you know, Kiely and Raven haven't really spoken since, you know, the Cheetah Girl days, really. But before, I mean, after that, I'm picking up that there was some drama between them. But one thing I want us to take away, guys, from this reading, because y'all know I like to give positivity as well. I don't like to just dish on drama. Like, that's not my thing. I want you guys to really look at Raven for a minute. Raven is such an evolved person. Like, even as I feel her energy, guys, she's so evolved. Like, she's a Scorpio moon, but Raven is a Sagittarius with a Scorpio moon, and I believe her Mercury is in Scorpio. I'm going to go ahead and pull up Raven's chart because, you know, I love Raven's energy, and by no means, guys, is this going to be a biased reading, but I'm just going to say right now I don't like Kiely's energy, but I am not going to sit here and bash on her. That is not what my video is going to be about. We're going to hopefully try to give Kiely some advice. Give Kiely some advice in the comments, guys, on how she can be more evolved, how she could be a better Cancer, right? Because there is a lot of hurt that I pick up from Kiely, and we need to hear Kiely's side. That's what my channel is about. We're not going to just sit here and like bash on someone, because listen, guys, we're all evolving, we're all growing and learning as people, and you know, I am one to talk as well. I do hold grudges, I do get mad at people, I've had my fair share of getting angry at people, but you know, that's where I take a step back, guys, and I really evaluate myself, and I'm like, why am I mad at them? You know, I try as an empath, I try as a psychic intuitive to understand the other person. I really do. Sometimes that gets me in trouble, guys. Sometimes, you know, it gets me used, it gets me hurt, but at the end of the day, at least I get to walk away knowing I tried, right? To understand their side, and that's really what I feel Raven was trying to do. She was like, listen, I'm going to be the bigger person, I'm going to reach out, I'm going to extend the olive branch, I'm going to give you a chance to redeem yourself, Kiely. Whether you take it is totally up to you. If you don't, you don't. You know what I mean? And that's, guys, what I'm tapping. I'm really feeling Raven's energy. It's very intense because she does have that Scorpio energy. She does have that, she has that Scorpio energy, so I feel it, you know, and she's very emotional. She just doesn't really know how to express it, but the best way Sagittarius is express their discomfort, or when they're angry or, you know, anxious or whatever, they laugh a lot. They just like start laughing, and that's what we saw, you know, her doing.
Wow. Okay.
That's the whole mood for 2020, right, guys? That's what I've been saying in my lives. Raven's laugh right there was a whole fucking mood for 2020. But let's go ahead and look at Raven's chart, because I think it's really important to talk about their birth charts, because we're going to do that for all the girls. But we're going to start with Raven. She's the cream of the crop, right? We got to start with her. So Raven is a Sagittarius sun. Her moon is in Scorpio, like I said, guys. Now, I want you guys to pay attention to the degree of her sign, her moon sign. She operates more, and her Mercury in Scorpio. She operates more like a Libra, and she operates more like a Scorpio because she's got that Mars in Libra at 27 degrees. She's also got that moon in Scorpio in 24 degrees with that Mercury in Scorpio in 29 degrees, right? But look at her sun. It's only in 18 degrees, which is still a lot, you know? So she still does operate a lot from her ego, like a Sag. You know, how she chooses to, her freedom of expression, how Raven chooses to express herself in the world with her dress, the way she dresses, the way she puts her hair. It's very Sagittarius, you know? And she's a Libra rising. Ooh, I didn't know, oh my God, I didn't know Raven was a Libra rising. That explains everything to me right there. Okay. So it's taken Raven a long time to evolve through her lifetime. She's gone through a lot of trials, a lot of tribulations in her life. She's had a lot of backlash, and we've seen that throughout the years when she went on Oprah and she talked about how she does not identify as an African American, and that angered the Black community. So the reason from Raven's energy, and this is going to lead up into what I'm talking about with her and Kiely. So Raven's gone through her own controversial like topics, and she understands that Kiely is a very hot topic. Kiely just says whatever she wants. She doesn't care. She doesn't take it back. She does say a lot of things for shock value. Kiely does, because she's got that Leo, you know what I mean? So it's not really her Cancer, it's her Leo that she operates from, and it's an undeveloped way of being a Leo. Not all Leos are like that, but like I always talk about undeveloped signs, she's an undeveloped Leo, you know, energy. But Raven, throughout the years, has not been the best person all the time. She's not perfect, we're human, but Raven has had to really like find herself throughout the years, and her Scorpio energy has really tested her. So I was saying that with her degrees in Scorpio and Libra, she moves more like a Scorpio and a Libra. So basically what I mean by that is Raven, when she wants to dig, when she wants information, when she wants the truth, she will confront, but she'll do it in a way where you don't feel attacked. It's very smart how she comes at people, which is why we saw her, if you saw the live, she was telling, you know, Kiely to calm down, like take a breath, calm down, when she started talking about Adrienne. And guys, this does not give away anything. This is what everything I'm gonna say, I'm picking up from their energy, okay? So please don't think that this is, of course, like common knowledge. This is what I'm feeling from them, is not common knowledge, okay? So anyway, I don't know a lot of the rest of the controversy with Kiely and Raven, but I'm picking up that Kiely always felt threatened by Raven, and you know, Kiely is, like I said, we're gonna listen to Kiely's point of view because that's important on my channel. But Kiely always felt like Raven got everything. They would go for different auditions, and you know, they would go for the same thing, and they're both two Black women. So you know, Raven just has that natural ability to communicate with people. She has that natural talent. But throughout the years, Raven had to learn to become that person, you know. So I kept seeing people say that Raven is very media trained, and yeah, that's true. Raven is very media trained. That's very true. But look at how far that's gotten her. That's not that. I mean, it's not bad. But also, that's not only why Raven is so successful. The reason Raven is so successful at what she does is, one, she has great comedic timing. She reads a room very well because of that Scorpio. She uses her Scorpio in an evolved way. This is an evolved Scorpio energy I feel from Raven. It's taken Raven a lot of time, guys, a lot of time and patience to become this person. I love Raven's energy. It's so, I'll watch her on her lives, guys. I've been watching Raven recently because I wanted to do this reading, but she doesn't talk on her live, so she's not really giving anything away. She doesn't talk about Kiely. She just goes on there, she paints, she drinks a little bit, she paints. She's a painter. She's a songwriter, as you guys heard in the beginning. I just love Raven's energy. She's such a good person, and I feel like Raven, all she really wants to do is help people on this. Her mission on this earth is to help people. She wants to heal people. She wants to be a vessel for people to come to, and that's why I'm picking up that Raven doesn't identify. I don't know, I feel like she still feels this way, but I feel like she doesn't identify as African American because I'm tapping her energy, guys. Not saying I agree, this is just me coming from her perspective. But the reason that Raven said, I don't identify as anything, I don't identify as an African American, I don't identify as nothing, and Oprah's like, really? Like, Well, that's because Raven doesn't like labels. She doesn't, that includes her ethnicity. And guys, like, I understand that, you know, that makes other people upset. Well, you're discrediting your culture, you know, but Raven doesn't see it that way. She sees it as, I'm a vessel, I'm a soul having a connection. I'm hearing that from her. I'm a soul I'm a spiritual being having a human experience. I'm a soul having a human experience. And you guys, I'm not what society tells me. Guys, I'm hearing this from Raven, okay? I'm not what society tells me. I am me. I am a soul having a human connection. Let that shit sink in. You know, Raven, there's a part of her that is very spiritual. There's a part of her that is connected to the divine. She doesn't talk about this openly because she doesn't even like talking about religion. I would even go as far as to say, I'm picking up a very atheist vibe from Raven, so I don't know if she would identify herself as atheist. I don't know if she has in the past identified. She's gone through a lot of, I feel like in Raven's lifetime on this earth, she's gone through a lot of questioning of her soul, questioning of herself. And that's very typical for a Sagittarius sun. That's very typical to question the norm, you know. And I feel like Raven is an indigo child. I feel like she constantly questions and breaks the boundaries of what is deemed normal to our society. And I feel like she constantly pushes the boundaries, but in a better way than I'd say Kiely does. Did Raven always do that? No, she said some questionable things in her past, but we're not here to judge her because she's learned from it. You know what I mean? She's someone that quickly, what I find with Sagittarius energy, she's someone that quickly learns from her mistakes, you know, guys. So that's why I love Raven's energy. It's not because I love her music. It's not because I've watched That's So Raven. It's because of who Raven is at her core, which she doesn't let a lot of people see. Guys, I wish you could feel Raven's energy. It's great. It's like so evolved. Am I saying she's perfect? Hell fucking no. She does things. She says things behind the scenes. She does gossip. She says funny jokes, witty jokes that can hurt people. You know, she can tend to be very selfish with her emotions and, you know, like, okay, bye. Like, and she can detach very fast. So I don't want you guys to think I'm just like up Raven's ass, but Raven has gone through so much in her lifetime, especially being in the spotlight, being a child actress, you know. So in this lifetime, it has taught her, especially with this coronavirus, she's really taking it in and she's really understanding, okay, what is the purpose of why we're here? Why is this coronavirus happening? Why are these things happening to our universe? Because she's very connected, especially when she does art. She becomes very connected with the divine. It's interesting. So that's what brought her to have this conversation with Kiely. And Kiely was actually already speaking out because Kiely wanted this attention. Kiely wanted Raven to talk to her because, you know, there is a part of Kiely that wanted to reach out there. She didn't know how. So this was the best way she knew how to stir up controversy, is to get Raven's attention. I do feel like Raven was already gonna reach out, but would pull back because, so I'm getting a mixed message from Raven. Like, there were times where Raven, in the past, guys, there were times where Raven wanted to reach out to all of the girls, well, besides Adrienne. She still talks to Adrienne, but Sabrina and Kiely, she wanted to reach out, but she just didn't, because she was like, well, you know, because the truth is that, you know, Raven was still hurt about the things that went on with, you know, the Cheetah girls. So we'll get into all of that, guys. So anyway, I'm getting the Tower card here representing, I don't know if you guys can see this, but the Tower card represents a big shakeup, a big change that has happened. And Raven at the time and Kiely were both feeling like this was a good move for them both to, you know, come out and make amends and really understand each other, you know, really get in contact again to see if they can even speak at all, you know, because so much hurt had gone on between them both. You know, I'm feeling Kiely's side too. She was hurt. Raven has that energy about her where she can detach and not care, but, you know, Raven as well hides a lot of who she really is to the public, but I feel it. She's a good person, but with that Libra energy, she doesn't like confrontation. So this was really hard for Raven to do that. It was really hard for her to break her peace of mind and to come up to Kiely and be like, hey, you know, because this is not in her nature. And she was being very genuine. I feel like Raven was being very genuine. But, you know, some people may ask, well, why didn't she do it in private? Well, because Raven was trying to show everyone, look at me. Raven likes to be the example. She's a Sagittarius, guys, so she's a teacher. So Sagittariuses love to teach people through their lessons, right? Like Capricorn in a way. So Raven is like, okay, well, I'm going to make sense. And, you know, Kiely's been speaking out publicly about it anyway. So she's like, all right, let me show people that you can be the bigger person and you can reach out and you can extend the olive branch, even if that person is talking shit, even if that person hurts you. She wanted to be the example and to be the inspiration to many people that, hey, call up that person that has been hurting you. Call up that person that's been making you mad. You know, you never know. Life is too short, you know, to hold grudges. And I do feel like Raven's energy was genuine. Now, Kiely, on the other hand, I'm not going to sit here, like I said, and talk shit about her, because I do feel like she has been wanting to make up with Raven. I do feel that side of Kiely where she's trying to grow, she's trying to evolve, she's trying to learn, and she has kids, or a kid. Does she have 2 kids? I heard kids, so maybe Kiely will have more kids. She'll get pregnant again, but anyway, you know, Kiely has learned a lot, and she's gotten a lot of, you know, karma back at her, because she was a very destructive teenager, but they were all destructive in different ways, you know what I mean? I think the only one I feel so far, Sabrina, was the one that was kind of like, oh my god, you know, like, I'm here, well, you know, I'm just here, you know. But Sabrina is not innocent. She did, you know, she did engage in Kiely gossiping and stuff like that, but I feel like Sabrina is the one that was just kind of like, oh shit, like in the middle of it. And I feel bad for Sabrina, because Sabrina is a Virgo, and she has that Virgo energy about her where she's just like, I'm not picking sides, but I feel obligated to pick, you know, Kiely's side just because I've known her longer, in a sense, like, or I've became more connected with her. So that's interesting. That's very interesting. Wow, beautiful, beautiful. I feel like, okay, so like I said, guys, this reading I feel is going to be good. Justice came out. So I have the Justice card here, clarifying the Tower, for how, you know, there was a spiritual energy, that I do feel like Raven was being pulled to do. Like, I feel like I said, guys, I feel like she's connected to the divine. But I keep picking up that Raven in her lifetime has been atheist. So, guys, let me know if that's something you know about Raven. But I pick up that she was an atheist, and now she just believes in what she believes in, because she's actually had some experiences where, you know, she's seen that there is a divine being out there. There is something out there. That's what I'm hearing Raven say. So there have been things that have made her a believer now. But in the past, she was going through a lot. So I do pick up that it was hard for her to believe in something, but she is operating from a higher energy. Now, Kiely, on the other hand, I do pick up that she's had issues in her past. I do feel like Kiely has had a lot of people betray her, and she's put her trust in a lot of people, and they have betrayed her. I do feel like she's very hurt by Adrienne. As we know, she's very hurt by Adrienne, because Adrienne and her were friends, but we'll see what happened, because, you know, I'm going to see how Adrienne feels about Kiely. I'm going to see how Kiely feels about Adrienne. But yeah, the whole thing with the live, guys, that I'm getting is that it was, you know, now I'm picking up that some people think it was planned. I do think that Raven reached out to Kiely via DM. I'm picking up on a DM or a message that was given. I do feel like Raven said, hey, you know, on this time, can we go live? So yes, there was a part of it that was planned, because Kiely and Raven wanted to make sure that they were able to, you know, do it in the first place, you know. And Kiely's busy with her kids, you know, so Raven's busy, she's starting to work again, so they wanted to make sure that they can make up, you know. So guys, the major thing I'm picking up on is Libra. I keep hearing Libra, and that's what the Justice card that is what the Justice card represents in the tarot deck. So Justice was put back because of Raven. Now, you know, Libra energy represents karmatic justice, right? So it was destined that they were supposed to make up, okay? Raven has that Libra Mars and that Libra rising, so she really does not like having bad blood with people. She likes to right her wrongs, you know. That is something that she doesn't like, carrying malice in her heart. She doesn't like going through life carrying any type of hate in her heart for someone. I feel like Raven is the type that will just come back and reconnect with people, and she doesn't like looking back on her past. But if she really did someone wrong, or someone hurt her, now with Orlando Brown, I don't feel like, you know, they'll ever makeup because Orlando Brown has just been crazy, and that's another story. But I do feel like Raven will never talk to him. You know what I mean? And I remember she said on a live that a lawyer, or she said a restraining order would need to be or she's like, that would need to be settled in court or something like that. And I know she was talking about Orlando Brown because someone, she always gets asked about Orlando. So anyway, guys, anyway, that's not what this is about. But I feel like, you know, Raven was being pulled to, because Kiely was wanting so much attention, so she wanted to give Kiely that attention. She was like, here, you know, here's, you know, talk to me, let's work it out. You know what I mean? Now's your chance. Get it all out, sweetie. Get it all out, you know, say what you want to say to me. But I'm picking up that Raven and, you know, Kiely holds a lot of, or was holding, well, she is still holding a lot of malice with Raven, because she's just like, oh my god, you're the prized possession, you got everything, you got a show named after you, you know, you were on the Cosby Show, you were this, you were that, you got a lot of the things I wanted, you know, because Kiely is bitter. As we know, she wants a lot of the recognition that Raven has, which we all can see, that's common knowledge. But I feel like in Kiely's heart, her mom, I'm picking up on Kiely's mom, her mom holds her to a standard, like, I feel, you know, like, you gotta be the first black, I hear her mom talking about African American culture, and I feel like, I don't know why, but I feel like, Kiely's mom, she really wanted Kiely to be the Raven, you know what I mean, in the industry. And I do know that Kiely's mom is really into black culture, because I watched part of, Kiely went on live really fast, and she was talking about something about her husband or whatever, and then her mom comes in, who's a Gemini, her mom comes in and starts talking about, like, being black and all this stuff. But I'm picking that up. It's interesting that I'm connecting the two, because I didn't remember that when I was saying it, but I'm picking up that Kiely's mom puts a lot of pressure on Kiely, or did, you know what I mean? And ooh, when Kiely married that white man, Kiely's mom was like, oh hell no. She wasn't for it for the longest time. Now she supports them, but Kiely's mom, I want you to marry a black man. Yeah, they're cool now, but, and she lives with her, but only because she had to make up with her, because I feel like Kiely's mom is just like always been by Kiely's side. But I do feel like there was a period of time where, you know, Kiely did not have her mother by her side like she wanted, and that means a lot to Cancers, you know what I mean? But I feel like after Kiely's father passed, I do feel like that brought them a little bit closer together. But I do feel like they still have their problems. Obviously, mother and daughter, they're gonna have issues sometimes, not always gonna see eye to eye. But, you know, Kiely is, she's holding that resentment towards Raven, I feel. And not just Raven, I feel like it's a lot of people that are around her age that are African American, that really made a name for themselves in the industry, or just black culture in general, women of color. Like, she really, like, holds something against them. I don't get it. Like, I don't know. I feel like it's because of her mom. I keep picking up on her mom putting pressure on Kiely to be the first black woman to do something, you know, and that really just rubbed Kiely the wrong way. And instead of, like, talking to her mom about it, she really took it out on other people, you know what I mean? That's how she's that Cancer that externalizes her anger, you know, instead of internalizing. Both are not healthy, but Kiely really holds a lot of resentment towards Raven as well. But it's not just Raven, she hates on a lot of people. I'm picking up even in 3LW, Natari, is that how you say her name? Oh my god. Kiely. She started so much shit. And I feel for Kiely, because she hurts a lot because of her mother, and she's hurting because her father passed away. You know, she doesn't have her father with her. I don't know what, I'm pretty sure her mom, what is her dad? Was he mixed? I don't know. I feel like her mom, regardless, I feel like her mom puts a lot of pressure on her. Yeah. 3 of Swords, guys. Wow. 3 of Swords, talking about Kiely. There's a lot of hurt. We're talking about Kiely right now and Raven, but more so we're moving into Kiely. But Kiely feels a lot of anger towards she feels a lot of anger towards Raven. She feels a lot of hurt towards Adrienne as well. Yeah, she just feels like they weren't there for her. especially Adrienne. Not like she can bypass Raven. She's made peace with Raven, so I don't feel like the hurt is as much there as it is with Adrienne, because her and Adrienne went through a lot. So I feel like her and Raven are going to be able to, behind the scenes, which I do feel like has happened, I do feel like if they haven't recently spoken, I do feel like they will speak and become more okay. But I am getting a warning, Raven, to not trust Kiely, because she will, as we see, she can turn her back on you or backstab you at any point, and she will do that. Five of Swords. Yeah, the conflict between them is over. I do feel that, guys. I do feel like the conflict between Raven and Kiely is over. Oh, yeah, I wanted to talk about Kiely's chart. So Kiely is a Cancer, but she's got that Moon in Leo, Mercury in Leo, and Venus in Leo, and her Mars is in Capricorn. So what I pick up from Kiely as well, there's a lot of stress, a lot of tension. I keep picking up on that she puts on herself a lot of pressure, not only from her mother, her mom. Her mom, man, her mom. I'm not trying to be mean, because I know Kiely loves her mom. I'm not trying to be disrespectful. But Kiely's mom is just a monster. Like, she puts so much pressure on Kiely. Like, a lot. Has when she was young. Like, her mom, if you guys think of, like, dance moms, like, or, like, stage moms, like, really, like, horrible, like, stage helicopter parents, like, not so much anymore. I feel like her mom's relaxed a lot since then. But I do feel like her mom throws out, you know, her mom's very passive aggressive with the way she talks to Kiely sometimes. And guys, by no means am I excusing Kiely's behavior, but what I like to do as an empath is look behind the curtain and see what's going on, because we all have things, guys, that whether you guys want to believe it or not, despite someone being mean or hurtful, whatever, everyone has a story. Everyone has a reason for why they do things. And that's what my channel is about. We're not going to look at, okay, they're doing this shit, you know? If I am going to talk about drama, I'm going to, like, we're going to educate ourselves, and we're going to learn from them as well. You know what I mean? And we're going to try to apply that to us, you know? And we are going to look behind the curtain of these celebrities. That's what I do, you know? So anyway, I feel like I keep picking up that Kiely's mother is just very much a helicopter parent, and she still has that, but she doesn't know how to be Kiely's mother. She doesn't know how to step away and be like, okay, Kiely, that wasn't good, blah, blah, blah. Like, she's always Kiely's best friend first. She's always like, you know, Kiely can do no wrong. Kiely this, Kiely that. You know what I mean? Like, she's more of her best friend than her mother. You know what I mean? Which that, you know, or her manager. She doesn't wear the mom hat hardly ever. And if she does wear it, she doesn't really point the finger back at Kiely until she doesn't tell. There is no accountability for Kiely. So Kiely's had to go through this process with Spirit and herself, and she's had to look at herself and the decisions she made in 3LW and the Cheetah Girls. She's had to reflect. And there have been karmatic things that have happened to Kiely, as with Raven, but with Kiely it was harder for her because she's really gone through like a lot of controversial things with people. Kiely spewed all of this hate, right, because she's angry, and I feel like this is something that comes from her family. I pick up on Kiely did not have a stable household. I feel like something about her dad as well, like before her dad passed, I do feel like her and her dad were close. But I do pick up on Kiely wishes she would have spent more time with him. You know, there is a little bit of resentment there. Maybe it was because she was touring for 3LW and then she jumped into the Cheetah Girls. So I do pick up that she's angry. But it's not just with Raven, it's not just with other people. It's with her mom and it's with herself. You know what I mean? And her father to some degree. But she's learned to forgive her father, and that's actually what's brought her and her mother closer, because I feel like, guys, I don't know why I feel this, but I feel like her and her mother had a really horrible relationship, and her mom didn't know how to be a mom to Kiely first, you know, which is so typical of, you know, stage mothers, you know, or moms in the industry. I was watching Keke Palmer's live with her mom. Beautiful dynamic. Oh my god, the living, like, Keke's mother, Sharon, is the living embodiment of how a mother with her kid in the industry should fucking act, right? But Kiely's mom, I'm not picking that energy up from her. I'm not even picking up that she's supportive. I feel like she's so mean to Kiely too. Like, I pick up a lot of anger from Kiely's mother. So, you know, a lot of hurt from Kiely's mom. So that's why Kiely acts the way she does. So not justifying it, she needs to learn, you know, but we're looking behind the curtain, guys. Mars and Capricorn, very hard on herself. All that Leo energy, wants to be in the spotlight, wants attention, will do anything to get the attention. And unfortunately, that rubs people the wrong way. She also has that Mercury and Leo, which you guys know I talk about Mercury and Leos here on my channel. I talk about the Mercury placement, which is how we communicate with one another. So Kiely will just say things like, that's fire in the Mercury placement. So she'll just spit things out, say whatever she fucking wants, keep it moving. Like, or go, what? I'm just talking, like, I'm just saying, like, that's very Kiely, that's very much Kiely's energy. And that always rubbed the girls the wrong way. And 3LW, that rubbed them the wrong way. That always rubbed Adrienne, Raven the wrong way. Sabrina had to get accustomed to it. I feel like she thinks it's funny because she's a Virgo. So, you know, Sabrina has that very dry sense of humor as well. But Sabrina's energy is a lot more softer than the other girls. Like, the other girls, Raven, Kiely, and Adrienne, those girls have very strong personalities. I keep picking up that they butt heads like a motherfucker. Like, they were butting heads in the Cheetah Girls. And I do feel like Adrienne and Kiely went at it a lot. Like, I feel like Adrienne constantly had to keep checking, you know, Kiely and telling her about herself, because that's what Scorpios will do. You know, Adrienne, if you guys didn't know, Adrienne Bailon is a Scorpio, and she's an October Scorpio. We know I talk about October Scorpios. So there is that softness, that Libran energy to Adrienne, as you guys will see as I post pictures of Adrienne. Her glow is very, I don't know, she has that very aesthetic, like, Libra energy about her. Just the way she speaks too, it's very Libran to me, mixed in with a little bit of Scorpio. But it definitely, she just always felt like her and Kiely butt heads more than they got along. Which, you know, Kiely is confused, because Kiely, in her mind, because Kiely is a little like, do 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 do, you know, but that's because of her mom. But, you know, Kiely is blinded. She doesn't understand why Adrienne had to put up those boundaries with her, because Kiely is a person that, you know, she always needs to walk all over people to feel validated, you know. She needs to always be in control. She needs all the attention. I feel like, oh my god, guys, I'm picking up on the set of Cheetah Girls. They would have to do a lot of takes, because they wanted Disney, the directors of was it Kenny Ortega? Did he do the Cheetah Girls? I can't remember, guys, who cares. But the director of the Cheetah Girls and the rest of the people that worked on the set of Cheetah Girls, that were directing them basically, or helping them, even down to costume, Kiely was an issue. Like, Kiely always had to have it her way. She was a brat on set. She came on set, I'm picking up, guys, that she was very unprofessional. She didn't know her lines a lot of times. Oh, guys, I'm getting the tea. She didn't know her lines. They spent a lot of money doing retakes for her to get her lines right. And that really pissed the girls off. Sabrina was a little bit more patient with her. I keep picking up Sabrina is not that problematic, but man, Raven and Adrienne were so annoyed. Sabrina has a more patient energy about her, I keep picking up on. So let's go ahead and I'm gonna look up a picture of the Cheetah Girls. Guys, I'm noticing this picture right here. Guys, I'm studying this Cheetah Girls poster picture, the first movie they did. I want you guys to take a look at Raven's body language. Body language says a lot, okay? Raven and Adrienne. Look at Adrienne and Raven. How beautiful that connection, right? That Sag and that Scorpio, because Raven has that Scorpio energy. You know, I believe Adrienne, I'm gonna look at Adrienne's birth chart. Actually, we're gonna move into Adrienne's energy as well. Okay, yes, Adrienne Bailon I knew she was a Scorpio Libra. She's a Libra Scorpio cusp with a Taurus moon, Mercury in Libra, Venus in Virgo, Mars in Virgo, rising in Leo. So, you know, that's why, you know, Adrienne is so extra, why she does everything so extra, because she's such a Leo rising. Leos are very extra. They just love, they're just bigger than life. They like, and just even like, I'm embodying Adrienne's movements. Like, she does this a lot. She's always like this, and oh my god, and you know, like blah blah blah. Like, she's always in your face type of energy, and she very much has that bigger than life personality for TV. And that's honestly why she got casted, because you know, Kenny, I think it's Kenny. Did Kenny do the movie? I keep hearing Kenny Ortega, but I know he did one of the movies. But guys, did he do the first and the second movie? But anyway, whoever was in the room really, 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 really loved Adrienne's. Ooh, guys. Okay, guys, I don't know. Okay, let me know if y'all know some behind the scenes facts about the Cheetah Girls, because I'm picking up, and correct me if I'm wrong, but I'm picking up that they didn't want to cast Kiely because she was like funny, but she couldn't sing. Like, she couldn't sing. She can't sing. We all know that she can't sing. So people are like, how did Kiely get the role? But she was very funny and she sold it. They did like her personality, but they felt like they just felt like they were gonna have issues with her, you know. Hey guys, oh my god, I totally forgot to pull on Solange almost getting the role of, well, she did get the role of Aqua, but then she backed out because I feel like she just didn't want to do it anymore. She felt, well, even before they almost started filming, she just was not happy. Like, they were doing run-throughs, and she was really excited about the character that she was going to play, but I keep picking up her parents wanted her to back out of it because they could see that it wasn't making her happy, or wasn't going to make her happy. And I feel like Matthew wanted the same type of what am I trying to say? He wanted the same type of you know, at the time he had such success with Destiny's Child, Beyonce, his other daughter. He was trying to push that pipe dream on Solange. And she's like, you know, this just isn't my thing. I don't want to do this. You know, I don't like it. And then I feel something about the contract. Like, they didn't like the way the contract was set up, because I think they were trying to find a way to get her out. But it was a little hard to get her out. So she just backed out. She just stopped going because she could tell it was going to pigeonhole her. And then I feel like her family was feeling that too eventually, and Solange eventually did not want to do it. I pick up on, as I get more into her energy, she didn't want to do it. So I feel like Kiely getting the role was very much by luck, because Adrienne, I pick up that Adrienne was a great friend to her and actually got her that role, because I feel like Kiely she wanted to go, you know, I feel like she wanted Dorinda. Is it Dorinda? Or I heard Dorinda or Adrienne Bailon's character. But they had already casted Adrienne as the character that she is. I forgot her fucking name. I forgot Adrienne's character's name. But Adrienne was really pushing for them to cast Kiely as Aqua, excuse me. So that's why I feel like Kiely got the role, because she can't sing, you know what I mean? So it was spur of the moment that they casted Kiely as Aqua, because they were desperate. They were really looking for someone to play Aqua, because they didn't want to go through a casting call again to cast her. It was such a difficult time casting Aqua. I keep feeling that as I'm editing. So, you know, Solange is happy she didn't do it, because, you know, she's seeing how, you know, fucked up Disney Channel is. And she had heard as well later on just how bad people become after Disney, like how much it messes them up. So yeah, guys, let me know what you guys think in the comment section below. I heard this information from the Shade Room about Solange backing out, but they didn't say why. So I decided to pick up on it myself. And it's not the first time I've heard this, you know, that she was supposed to be Aqua. So yeah, guys, let me know what you think, and if you guys know anything about this too. All right. You know, I feel like she nailed her audition, but there was something about her. They loved her at first, but then I'm picking up, guys, that they casted her, but she almost, like, they wanted to get rid of her. So there was almost not going to be Aqua's character. They were going to recast the character Aqua, because she was just not working out. But then I feel like Adrienne really, like, and her mom, oh my god, Kiely's mother was like, she was bullying them, like, you better not take my daughter off the set, this is ridiculous, picking up a lot of fucking drama. They did have a lot of moments where it was good, but I'm picking up, guys, it was really hard to get Kiely to fucking do her lines. Like, I don't know why I'm picking that up. She's just a problem. She's always been an issue. And then I feel like Kiely too would invite her you know, her family to set. They were causing issues with the girls as well. They were a fucking problem. I think I heard this too, that Kiely, does she have a sister? I think I'm picking up on her sister. I keep picking up on Kiely's sister. And I heard too that Kiely's sister, I don't know how true this is, but somebody said that Kiely's sister was an issue. But I do keep picking up that Kiely did have family members that came on set and were an issue. Okay, but anyway, let's go back to the poster. So I feel like, look at Adrienne and Raven's body language. Raven, and you can tell like through the poster that Raven and Adrienne really bonded, and they bounced off of each other very well. They played each other very well, and obviously like they had a lot of scenes together. But I feel like Raven and Adrienne really made it a thing to make those scenes believable. They really played well off of each other. I feel like they hit it off very well. I feel like Adrienne loves Raven. She's very protective over Raven. I feel like vice versa. Raven loves Adrienne. You know, Adrienne can do no wrong in Raven's eyes. Like, she fucking loves her. Now, Kiely and Sabrina, I feel like Kiely gravitated towards Sabrina because Sabrina is very docile, and she does have a cool energy about her where she's, I don't know, like she's just very docile to me. I want to look at Sabrina Bryan's chart, but I just feel like, you know, Kiely just started to feel like Kiely just started to feel like she was being neglected by Adrienne. But I'm picking up that Adrienne never felt connected to her. I don't know. So Kiely was like, alright, I'm gonna just make friends with Sabrina because she's cool, and you know, so they gradually gravitated towards each other. But that poster, man, this poster, guys, says a lot. It does. It really shows me that Kiely and Sabrina were, you know, they were becoming close friends, and this was the division in the group, you know. But that's because Kiely was stirring up so many issues amongst them besides Sabrina. I keep picking up that she's not even an issue and she's not even problematic, but they just really connected separately, you know what I mean? And that was the issue, when they should have been a group from the beginning. And but they were trying to make the girls a thing, you know what I mean? They were trying to mold them because they wanted the Cheetah girls to be bigger than Disney Channel, guys. They wanted, and they did to some degree become bigger, but they wanted them to take this international, like, you know, Josie and the Pussycats kind of thing, you know. So they wanted them to be bigger than Disney Channel, but it didn't work out because Raven was not about the drama. She would get very drained from the set. Adrienne even wanted to quit, but she stuck around, you know what I mean? But I'm picking up, guys, if you watch the second and no, not the second, I'm sorry. Yeah, I could feel from the second movie that the girls were having issues. Like, I've always picked up on that. Even before I knew I was psychic or an empath, I always picked up that Raven just hated it. Like, she is very appreciative, of course, like I always say that. She's very appreciative for the opportunities the Cheetah girls gave her, but she did not like the shit that came with it. But she's also appreciative of her relationship with Adrienne. Her and Adrienne bonded very well together. They did have moments where there was a little tension and they were scared to get close because Kiely did make so many issues in the group, and she was trying to turn Sabrina against them. Okay, so if you guys notice, who's the common denominator? That's the issue, Kiely. But it's because Kiely hurts. She's hurting so much, guys. Alright, so let's go ahead and pick up on how does Adrienne, we're going to look into Adrienne's energy. How does she feel about Kiely? We already know that, you know, we already know that Adrienne loves Raven. I don't even need to pull on that, guys. You know, I don't need to pull on that. I feel like Adrienne, I see that they still talk, and you guys know, if you saw the live, Raven was like, you gotta talk to Adrienne, and Kiely was like, hell fucking no. Good. Okay, guys, we're not starting off. We're not off to a good start. I am asking, how does Adrienne feel about Kiely? The first thing I got was the Emperor. That is telling me everything so far. She is livid. She is livid with Kiely. I feel like Adrienne is not happy with Kiely. Okay, the first thing I'm picking up, guys, she does not want to talk to Kiely because she, like I said, guys, she's very protective over Raven. And I feel like she knows that, well, one, you know, put Adrienne's problems aside with Kiely, right? She loves Raven. She loves her. And so it really pisses her off, or pissed her off, when not only was she talking shit about Adrienne and, you know, yeah, she was talking shit about Adrienne, but what made her even more angry, on top of her being angry at Kiely, is that I keep hearing from Adrienne's energy that she's like, she's spreading lies about me. She's saying all this bullshit. She's not a true friend. I was there for her a lot of the times when she had nobody. I would have been there for her father at the funeral, like, because that's the main thing that Kiely's angry at. But more upset because of the drama that Kiely caused in the Cheetah Girls, but even more so, she never forgave Kiely for Raven not coming back. Raven was like, I don't want to do this anymore, and I feel like I keep hearing Adrienne like beg someone to stay on the set. I feel like Adrienne, yeah, okay. I feel like Adrienne was really upset that Raven left because she was really bonding with her, and Kiely ruined it. Kiely ruined it. Sabrina ruined it. They, you know, I feel like if it was Sabrina and Adrienne that were trying to stay, I feel like at first Sabrina was like, okay, yeah, we're gonna, you know, we'll try to convince her to stay, but Kiely was like, hell fucking no. If she wants to leave, then fine. Like, if she wants to leave, then fine. Like, Kiely was the one that really kicked Raven out of the, like, out the door. Raven wanted to leave by herself. Raven does make her own decisions, but she wanted to leave on her own. But Kiely didn't make it any better because Raven had one foot out the door, one foot out, one foot in, you know, kind of thing. And Raven just needed someone there to be like, she just needed Kiely to, like, be better. You know what I mean? And then Raven would have done the third Cheetah Girls. She would have done the third Cheetah Girls. It was just that there was so much drama going on amongst them that it was turning them bitter amongst each other. Even with her and Adrienne, I feel like Raven and Adrienne even had issues towards the end of the filming, like the second one. I'm picking up that Adrienne and Raven had issues because of Kiely and Sabrina. That's when Sabrina's ugly side came out, because of Kiely. Like, Kiely was manipulating Sabrina. And because of that, like, Scorpios will hold a fucking grudge. Like, they'll never forgive you if you do something that just fucking, you know what I mean? So, hurts them, you know? As I've talked about on my channel. But, oh my god, guys. Like, the anger I feel from Adrienne. It's like, she's really trying to forgive Kiely, but it's been hard. It's been a really long journey to forgive Kiely because Kiely really backstabbed Adrienne, I'm picking up on. Not saying Adrienne was perfect. You know, Adrienne did stuff too that hurt Kiely, and that hurt Sabrina, and that hurt Raven. But that's because, you know, it takes that one bad seed to, like, turn everything sour. Well, that's why Adrienne and Raven didn't make up until later. So I do feel like Raven and Adrienne actually made up, got together, it's so beautiful. Had an adult conversation with each other and said, you know, this and that. I just see Raven and Adrienne, like, sitting at one of, like, I don't know if Adrienne went to Raven's house or Raven went to Adrienne's house, but I'm seeing that they do go to each other's houses. They do hang out still, when Adrienne has time, but, Raven. But I'm seeing Adrienne's eyes light up when they were talking about all the shit Kiely did. Like, damn, you know, like, damn, Kiely was, like, starting shit, you know what I mean? Kiely is the reason Adrienne and Raven started falling out towards the end, the second movie, guys. Because I feel like the first movie, they were close, and Kiely didn't like that. So she was starting to, like, make drama. When they first came together, I do feel like it was fine. And if you do notice, as the movie goes along, the Cheetah Girls, they were fine. And that's why, and it felt good. Like, I'm tapping back into the first movie, guys. It felt good. The chemistry felt great. It feels great, you know? But towards the end, I want to say, like, the second movie is when I could feel it. Like, it was bad. So I feel like they hung out over the summer before they filmed. Yeah, that's when the drama really started. Was, correct me guys if I'm wrong, but the second movie is when I'm feeling shit really was going bad. And they were trying their best to stick it out, but there were many times where Raven wanted to walk off set. There were many times, which is, if you watch the second movie, Raven's not in a lot of the scenes all the time, or she's by herself, because Raven didn't want to be associated with Kiely or Sabrina, only if she had to, you know what I mean? And she still kept it professional, but it was hard, you know? And that's why in a lot of scenes, Adrienne and, you know, Raven are together. Now, in the book, guys, I've never read the book, so let me know if you guys have read the book. This is a book series. Does it go like that in the book series? But I'm picking up on their energy. It was hard. Like, They had a really hard time. The chemistry just wasn't there. Even if, you know, that happens in the book, there's some type of chemistry that still has to be maintained. These are best friends that are a girl group. So I didn't feel that for the second movie. I really didn't. But anyway, the Emperor came out, guys, and that is telling me that Adrienne is still angry. Super. Oh, she's very much still angry at Kiely. She does not. She's very angry at Kiely. And I think I've touched on a lot of that. It's just because of the shit that Kiely continues to do. And she feels like she's very childish and she doesn't learn. You know what I mean? So let's see if Adrienne will be open to speaking to Kiely. Will they speak? Okay, guys. So I pulled on, will Adrienne and Kiely eventually speak? I'm getting yes, they will. Because I feel like there's a mediator that will be in the middle of them, or there is a mediator in one of their ears, because I got the Page of Wands, and then I got the Six of Wands in the reverse, which is talking about pride. Somebody is going to let their pride down and speak to the, like, reach out. If this hasn't already happened, it will happen. I pick up on Adrienne's husband. Adrienne, ooh, he's so sweet. Oh my god, he's so, like... he's so mature. I don't know if he's a water sign. I don't think he is. He's coming out as the King of Cups. This could also be Adrienne because she's a Scorpio. But yeah, this could also be Adrienne being like, okay, like, I'll talk, but I'm not gonna, like, you know, I'm gonna be cold. Like, very Scorpio of her. Like, I'm gonna be cold. I'm not gonna, you know, let you know. I'm gonna keep my emotions in. I'm gonna be like I see Adrienne like talking to Kiely and she's very like, okay. Like, very Scorpio. Like, just like, well, that's very sweet of you, Kiely, but, you know, you did this and you did that, and I appreciate that you're reaching out, but I just don't trust you. I don't trust you. That's what I'm seeing Adrienne come off to, you know, Kiely like, because she, I mean, and, oh, you know what, too? Kiely is a Cancer. They're both water signs. But I don't know. The King of, excuse me, the King of Cups is telling me that that's Adrienne. And Four of Cups, I see that as Kiely trying to like mend it. Or the King of Swords. I feel like okay, I'm picking up on Kiely's mom again. She's okay. So there's somebody in both their ears. So basically, they're getting the advice, or they will get the advice of Kiely's mom is a Gemini. We know that because I know that. She's coming out as the Queen of Swords in the reverse. So that's talking about a manipulative energy that is manipulating the mind. And I always, remember guys, I said that Kiely's mom is very like, she crazy, basically. And I feel like she's in Kiely's ear. Or she was always in Kiely's ear. She was always the issue. And I feel like if Kiely's mom wasn't in the picture, I feel like Kiely would have evolved better and early and faster than she has. You know, she's very stuck in this energy. She's evolved. I want to give her some credit. She has grown since she's had kids, or a kid. She has grown. She's learned from her karma, but she still has a long way to go. You know what I mean? So I feel like, okay, I feel like Kiely's mom is like, no, this is a bad move. This is a bad power play. No. This is not going to make you money. You don't need to fucking, you know, no. But I feel like Adrienne's husband is in her ear. He's very much the opposite of Adrienne. Adrienne holds grudges. She's a very sweet person. Just don't cross her. Very Scorpio of her. Yeah, and she has her Mars in Virgo. And Moon in Taurus. Yeah. Rising in Leo. Hell yeah. Oh my god. Adrienne will not let down her pride for shit, basically, is what that means. Like, Moon in Taurus, very set. She has that Virgo energy, very like Moon in Taurus, very my way or the highway type of energy. Very Leo-esque, like prideful. No, you know, if I don't want to do it, I won't do it. Very stubborn. Adrienne's very stubborn, like very stubborn energy, very set in her way, I'm getting. And it's going to take a lot for, you know, oh God. Kiely's going to need to basically grovel to get Adrienne to speak to her. It's bad. But I do feel like Adrienne's husband is gonna like convince her to like at least hear what she has to say out. You don't have to forgive her. I feel like Adrienne's husband's really religious. I just picked up a very, you know, like he believes in God and he's very religious. And I know that Adrienne believes in God, but you know, I feel like her husband has really been making her better. You know what I mean? And she's come so far because she's let this man in her life, because, you know, Adrienne did go through a lot of hurt. But I do pick up Adrienne has that very stubborn Taurian, Virgo, Scorpio energy about her, you know, where she does not budge. Like, hell no. And she will hold a fucking grudge. And I've always said Virgos hold fucking grudges like a motherfucker. With Scorpio and Taurus, oh my god. And Leo rising, oh fuck, man. Yeah, it's really, I feel like this King of Cups energy is Adrienne's husband. I feel like Adrienne's husband's gonna be in her ear or is in her ear. Like, forgive her so you can move on. Forgive her because that is what God wants of us. I hear her husband like preaching the word of God to her. It was in your past, Adrienne. Let it go, Adrienne. And I hear just Adrienne like, oh, hell no, blah, 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 saying shit in Spanish. Like, no, I'm not forgiving her. She did this. Do you know what she did? Do you know this and that? And her husband's like, babe, I understand. Calm down. I get it. I see him going, I get it. But that was in the past. Y'all was kids. I hear him because he's black too. So I hear his, I hear him. I think he's black, right, guys? Y'all was kids, like, let that shit go. And Adrienne's like, no. I do see them talking, but are they gonna be friends after that? Nope. Don't see them making up or being close like they were, because they do not trust each other. You know, they don't trust each other. And I do feel like they're gonna talk about you know, Kiely's gonna bring up, oh, you weren't there for my dad. You weren't there for me when my dad passed. So that's a big thing for Kiely. So I want to pull on, why wasn't Adrienne at the funeral? I'm picking up that Adrienne didn't know. She didn't know that her dad had passed. But even then, because they weren't friends, and I feel like Kiely's using that against Adrienne. And Kiely is saying that, yeah, they weren't friends. She didn't know. I mean, I think she found out late that her dad passed away, but I'm picking up Adrienne didn't know. It wasn't like Adrienne just didn't care. She just didn't know. And they weren't friends at the time, so how was she supposed to know? Yeah, guys, I'm not picking up that Adrienne knew. I'm not picking up she knew that her father had passed away. They weren't really talking. She feels bad about it now. She does feel bad about it now. Or when she did find out, she does feel bad about it. I feel like Kiely's using that against Adrienne. I feel like, or maybe she sent her a text, but maybe Adrienne like blocked her. Yeah, there's something's not adding up with that. I don't feel like Kiely's telling the truth. Even Raven was like, I think Raven even, you know, told Kiely like she didn't know. Okay, Kiely, I'm sorry, but you need to let that go. I'm so sorry. And I'm sorry your dad passed away, but you need to fucking let that go. Because y'all, I'm seeing in my cards, y'all wasn't even friends. You know what I mean? You guys weren't even friends. So, you can't hold that against Adrienne. Plus, you guys there have been so much bad blood between them guys that there was no way Adrienne was going to put herself in that toxic situation again, because Kiely was very toxic. And, you know, Kiely was so unaware of herself that she felt entitled. That's that Leo in her chart. Ugh. I was like, Leo, I'm entitled. You should just be there for me. And it's like, no. You guys aren't friends. You gotta let that go. You weren't friends with her. She wasn't friends with you. And I feel like Kiely said something about how Adrienne was always a fake friend to her. Was not picking that up from Adrienne. She just never really understood where they both stood with each other. Even in 3LW, there were so many issues. She didn't see that Guys, I'm really frustrated because, you know, being in Adrienne's energy, I honestly thought Adrienne was gonna be, you know, I was kind of feeling bad for Kiely in that moment. I was like, well, I get it. I get that she's hurt. And I do. But you have to let that go, Kiely, because you weren't perfect. She wasn't perfect. But I'm picking up that, you know, Adrienne, she does have her moments where she was stubborn. She's grown a lot. She was petty. There is a little bit of pettiness to Adrienne, but I don't feel like she would have, you know, been that petty. You know what I mean, guys? Like, I think Kiely's blowing shit up. just to get attention, because she does like to get attention because she doesn't get enough of it, apparently. Okay guys, so moving into Sabrina, I feel like Sabrina has been left out of this whole equation because honestly guys, I'm picking up Sabrina doesn't want any drama. Sabrina's a Virgo sun, like I said. She's a moon in Gemini, Mercury in Virgo, Venus in Libra, Mars in Sagittarius. I don't know why, but I'm picking up that Sabrina was in a relationship around the time that a lot of the shit was happening, and she just wanted to be in her relationship. Like, she didn't want to deal with this bullshit. Like, I don't even really need to pull cards on Sabrina, but I feel like like as in her personality, you know. Okay guys, so I'm picking up, how does Sabrina feel about Raven? I feel like Sabrina was very sneaky on the set of the Cheetah Girls. I feel like she's outgrown that a lot, but I'm actually getting that Sabrina wants to work it out with Raven. She feels bad for a lot of the things that went down on the set of the Cheetah Girls. She feels bad because she feels like, you know, Kiely made Raven the villain when she wasn't. I feel like Sabrina still checks on Raven's Instagram. I feel like Sabrina wants to work it out with Raven. I think she feels a lot of resentment. She feels bad for a lot of the things that happened. She feels bad for, and she's come to, like, I feel like Sabrina is the more mature one, to be honest with you guys, but I do feel like back then Kiely was under the influence of Kiely and was being sneaky, was being deceptive and lying and all that stuff to Kiely. I feel like they gossiped a lot. I don't see Sabrina gossiping to Adrienne, but I feel like she was very fake to Raven and Adrienne, and I think Adrienne and Raven picked up on that with Sabrina. I feel like they felt like, you know, Sabrina was trying to kiss Kiely's ass at the time. I'm picking up that, you know, Sabrina has a very mature energy. I'm not gonna lie. She's very calm, like very zen. I like her energy. She's grown a lot, and I don't feel like she wants to even be a part of the drama. And I feel like Kiely dragged her in. You know, guys, how there's always that docile person, that a person that's so aggressive, they go and take advantage of that person. That's what I'm feeling like happened with Kiely. I feel like she brainwashed Sabrina a lot. But Sabrina, you should have had your own mind, like, really. But anyway, I feel like Sabrina wants to work it out with Raven. I feel like they will work it out. But I don't know if they've spoken, not seeing that yet. But I feel like eventually Sabrina and Raven will talk, if they haven't already. But I feel like they will talk and they will work things out. Will they be friends? No. You know, Sabrina still feels like she is loyal to Kiely. She's always been like that. And that's one of the things that Raven can't stand about Sabrina. She can't stand that Sabrina doesn't have her own mind, honestly. And Adrienne doesn't like that about Sabrina either, you know. And, you know, Adrienne feels like Sabrina is fake. So that's what I'm picking up for Sabrina. Adrienne, how Sabrina feels towards Adrienne. Interesting. Okay guys, so I feel like if the opportunity did come up for them to make up, I feel like they have the opportunity to make up, but I don't see them making up. I feel like I got the Ace of Wands in the reverse, the Wheel, the Emperor, Three of Wands, the Lovers in the reverse, the Three of Pentacles. Let me show you guys as well. The Lovers, excuse me, and the Ace of Wands with the Wheel. I feel like those are the cards that, and the Emperor in the reverse, those are the cards that keep calling to me. And the Three of Pentacles in the reverse. I feel like, yeah, I feel like there was just too much damage. There's not going to be a Cheetah Girls reunion, guys, but I will look into it because that's what we all want to know. But I feel like there's just too much damage, guys, within the group. I feel like it would take a lot of, like, work to get them to be at a place where they can even be in the same room without killing each other, basically. Because I feel like Kiely is the main problem. Like, I just feel like Kiely would just cause more issues, and they all know that. Even Sabrina knows that. I feel like they all know she would just cause more issues. And I feel like Raven does want it, but Adrienne doesn't want it. You know, she doesn't want it. Sabrina, I feel like she does want it here and there. Sometimes it fluctuates. I do feel like she misses it because she did have fun. They did have good times on the set, but she doesn't want to go back to the drama. Neither does Raven, neither does Adrienne. And Kiely and Adrienne, I feel like they would just kill each other, honestly. So I feel like Sabrina doesn't feel the need to make up with Adrienne because I do feel like, you know, Kiely really got in Sabrina's head and she really feels like Adrienne's the villain. And, you know, I even feel like Sabrina saw an ugly side of Adrienne that she didn't like. And I do feel like, even to some extent, I do feel like Sabrina is afraid of Adrienne. I feel that. I feel that fear. Yeah. I just picked up on that. She has a lot of anxiety when it comes to Adrienne. She doesn't, no. So yeah, I mean, if they did speak, you know, fine, but I don't really see Sabrina wanting to speak to her. I don't even feel like she likes Adrienne, to be honest with you guys. And that's Raven. She doesn't have any bad energy with Raven. I don't feel that, even without pulling my cards. I don't feel like there's bad blood between her and between Raven and Sabrina, especially since her and Kiely has spoken. So she's like, bygones, let bygones be bygones. But Adrienne is the person they're just like, Adrienne is that Scorpio, man. Don't let the cuteness of her fool you guys. Like, Adrienne a savage. Yeah, Queen of Cups. Guys, the fucking Queen of Cups. This is Adrienne. Queen of Cups in the reverse, man. Adrienne is... Queen of Cups, if you guys don't know, it's Cancer, Scorpio, and Pisces energy. But as I said, Adrienne is a Scorpio, and she's coming out in the reverse, and she's just like, I feel like Adrienne doesn't even want to do another Cheetah Girls, to be honest. Nope. She's moved on. Yeah, there was just too much hurt that went on in the set. Don't feel like there's gonna be a Cheetah Girls reunion. But will they ever be together again? Will we get anything from them? Will there be anything, Spirit? Oh, I'm anxious, guys. I'm getting anxious. This really makes them anxious. Not gonna lie, guys. Oh my god. No, guys, no. Oh my god, the Lovers came out in the reverse. That card, guys, I'm gonna show you how the card came out. Oh my god. So my cards, I was shuffling like this, and I was like, oh, is there gonna be anything? This card went. Hold on, let me show you guys. Okay, so my cards lay like this. This card went shoot. And I was like, oh shit. Hey guys, so I'm recording the outro of my video. I had to go charge my camera like I always do. I have to, so my hair looks different and I look tired because I've been editing all night. But I wanted to finish this outro and tell you guys that I got the Lovers card, as I was saying, in the reverse, indicating that there's not going to be a reunion anytime soon until the girls can come to an even, you know, a common ground of some sort. So I don't know, guys, when that is gonna be. Unfortunately, Spirit did not give me a timeline. It's all in Spirit's divine timing as well. So that's sometimes why, you know, messages like that don't come through as far as a timeline goes. So yeah, guys, I'm sorry I could not give you a timeline. I hope you enjoyed this reading. It was a long one. I'm very proud of this reading and I hope you guys like it, like I said. And the main thing I want you guys to take away from this reading I did on the Cheetah Girls is, well, Raven, Adrienne, Sabrina, and Kiely, you know, is that, you know, make sure that you're appreciating the good people in your life. Make sure that you are being the friend that you would like to see in someone else. I think that is the biggest takeaway. And also, everybody deserves to be forgiven. You know what I mean? Do they deserve to be in your life still? No, they don't. Do they deserve to be, to have power over you? Of course not. You know what I mean? And I think I really admire what Raven did, because it really goes to show, when she invited Kiely on her live, it really goes to show that you can smile in your enemy's face and say, hey, I send you positive light, I send you prayer, I wish you well, even though you don't wish me well. And I think we've all had our fair share of feeling this way. So I really like that message that Raven gave, even without even saying it, because she's she has Scorpio energy. She's not going to open up and say a lot of what she's feeling or a lot of what she's thinking, and that's why she didn't tell us towards the end what she was thinking, because, well, too much, she didn't say too much, she didn't disclose a lot, which is very Scorpio of her. That's just between her and Kiely, you know what I mean, and herself. It was a personal closure for Raven. It wasn't for us, it was for her. So I'm very proud of Raven for doing that. That took guts. That took guts to do that in front of everyone that was looking for drama, and she even said in the live, y'all want drama, that's not happening here. So, really take away from Raven's message, guys. Smile to your enemies in their face, wish them well. I know that's hard, turn the other cheek. I know that's hard, but it is possible because, you know, Kiely was a monster to Raven, but also Raven recognizes, and Raven was reading everything about Kiely. She was reading her, and she could just tell that she was lost and hurt. And I think Raven saw that from the jump, you know, when she met her. So anyway, guys, I wanted to say that to say this. I hope you guys enjoyed my reading. Like I said, I hope you took something away from it. As all of my readings, I hope that you guys do. I really want every reading I do to have a message, and I want us to look behind the curtain and really understand people. And hurt people, you know what I mean? So Kiely doesn't know better, but that doesn't mean she can't be better. That doesn't mean she can't do better. Keep in mind, guys, that this reading was for entertainment purposes only, and if you would like to book a personal reading with me, please email me at shadestarot@yahoo.com. If you have not yet, hit that subscribe button. I don't know what you're waiting for, baby. I'm amazing, thank you. And also hit that notification bell for when your girl pull up. Go ahead and sound off in the comment section below. Let me know what you thought of everything. Are you guys hoping for a Cheetah Girls reunion? Even through everything, or do you think they should just move on and let the past be the past? Yeah, I hope you guys have a good day or night. I love you all. Please stay safe. Please stay kind to one another. Namaste.